Do you ever find yourself stuck in the endless loop of overthinking? Replaying the same conversation in your head, worrying about what could go wrong tomorrow, or imagining scenarios that may never even happen? If this sounds like you are not alone. In fact, studies show that more than 70% of people admit to overthinking daily. And yet, overthinking rarely leads to solutions. It only leads to anxiety, procrastination, and paralysis. But here's the good news. Overthinking is not new. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca faced the same mental battles that we do today. Their world had uncertainty, chaos, and fear just like ours. And yet, they left behind powerful methods to break free from this mental trap. In this video, we will explore 3 powerful Stoic exercises that actually work to stop overthinking. These are not vague motivational quotes. These are practical, time-tested tools you can use right now, whether you're stuck in indecision, lying awake at night, or replaying mistakes from your past. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also show you how you can turn the energy wasted on overthinking into clarity, action, and peace of mind. Let's begin. Why overthinking is a trap. Overthinking often feels like problem solving. You believe that if you just think long enough, you'll find the perfect solution. But in reality, overthinking is thinking without movement. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When you overthink, you are living in your imagination, rehearsing fears, failures, or endless possibilities. You are not dealing with reality. And reality is almost always far simpler than the scenarios we invent in our heads. Modern psychology confirms this. Studies show that overthinking increases stress hormones, lowers productivity, and even impacts physical health. It keeps the mind spinning while the body remains paralyzed. The Stoic solution? Bring your attention back to the present moment and separate what is in your control from what is not. This leads us to our first Stoic exercise. Exercise 1, the Dichotomy of Control. If you take away just one Stoic principle to end overthinking, let it be this. Backhand index pointing right, some things are within your control, some things are not. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the greatest Stoic teachers, began his Enchiridion with these exact words. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. When you overthink, ask yourself, is this within my control? Or is this outside my control? If it is outside your control, what someone else thinks, what might happen tomorrow, or what the stock market will do, you must let it go. No amount of thinking will change it. If it is within your control, your actions, your words, your choices, then act. Thinking endlessly about action is not action. Pushpin practical application. Next time you find yourself spiraling, write down your worry. Divide the page into 2 columns. Column 1, within my control. Column 2, not within my control. Place the worry in the right column. Then, focus only on what belongs to the first column. This simple act creates mental clarity and peace, cutting overthinking at its root. Exercise 2, negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. One reason we overthink is fear of the unknown. We imagine possible failures, losses, or problems, and then we try to avoid them by thinking endlessly. The Stoics had a counterintuitive solution. Instead of avoiding these fears, face them directly. This practice is called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Marcus Aurelius practiced this every morning. He wrote in his meditations, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today I will meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." By imagining difficulties ahead of time, he prepared his mind. Instead of being shocked or paralyzed by obstacles, he was calm when they came. Pushpin practical application. If you are overthinking about a job interview, a relationship, or a financial risk, stop and imagine the worst-case scenario. What if it fails? What if they reject you? What if you lose money? Then ask, could I survive that? Could I endure it? Most of the time, the answer is yes. And once you realize the worst-case scenario is survivable, the fear loses its power. You no longer need to overthink. You can act with courage. Exercise 3. Journaling the Stoic way. Overthinking lives in the mind. It multiplies when it is invisible. But when you write your thoughts down, they shrink. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is not a book he wrote for others. It was his private journal, a place to untangle his worries, fears, and doubts. By writing, he transformed overthinking into wisdom. Pushpin practical application. Each night, take 10 minutes to journal. What did I worry about today? Was it within my control? Did I act according to reason or according to fear? This practice takes the chaos out of your head and puts it on paper where it becomes clear and manageable. Over time, journaling not only reduces overthinking, it builds self-awareness and discipline. Resilience in adversity, turning overthinking into strength. Overthinking often comes from fearing challenges. But Stoics believe that obstacles are not enemies, they are opportunities. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you overthink, you see obstacles as threats. But if you flip your perspective, obstacles become fuel. Pushpin practical application. Next time you feel stuck in thought, ask, how can this challenge make me stronger? What skill, patience, or resilience can I build by facing this? This mindset shift breaks the loop of overthinking by transforming fear into action. Living with presence, Stoic mindfulness. At its core, overthinking is living outside the present moment. In the past we can't change, or the future we can't control. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves to live in the now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This doesn't mean ignoring the past or future, but it means not being consumed by them. Pushpin practical application. Practice Stoic mindfulness. When you notice your mind wandering, pause. Take a deep breath. Say to yourself, "This moment is enough." Over time, this habit reduces overthinking by grounding you in reality, the only place where life truly happens. Action over thought, breaking the paralysis. The final Stoic cure for overthinking is simple: act. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Action dissolves overthinking because reality is rarely as bad as our fears. Pushpin practical application. Whenever you notice yourself trapped in thought, set a small action. Send the email. Make the call. Start the project for just 5 minutes. Even small steps break the mental loop and move you forward. From overthinking to clarity. Overthinking is not solved by more thinking. It is solved by applying wisdom, discipline, and courage. To recap, the Stoic exercises are: the dichotomy of control. Focus only on what's in your power. Negative visualization. Face your fears and see they are survivable. Journaling. Untangle your thoughts and gain clarity. Along with resilience, presence, and action, these practices can transform your mind from chaos to calm. Marcus Aurelius lived in one of the most uncertain times in history: wars, plagues, political betrayal. Yet through Stoic practice, he maintained clarity and strength. If he could, so can we. If you found value in this video and want to dive deeper into Stoicism, mental clarity, and discipline, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Comment below, which Stoic exercise will you try first to stop overthinking? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to keep building a resilient Stoic mindset, check out my other videos on Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, linked at the end. Remember, life is too short to waste on endless thought. Take action, live with wisdom, and as the Stoics taught, make today enough. Thank you for watching Stoic Discipline Dynamics.